here's what we can rely on. Since LeBron James' lowest moment of his career was when? Leaving the court against Dallas. Since he walked off the court there, he has played 13 win or go home games. Give me about 60 seconds. I'm going to try to run through them for you real quick. 2013, Game 6 against Boston. Biggest game of his career up to that point. 45-15-5. That was win or go home. Following game, Game 7 as well. Tied going into the fourth quarter. Gives you 31-12-5. Next year, Game 7 against Indiana. 32-8-4. Game 6 against the Spurs. The famous Ray Allen game. Remember the game Ray Allen bailed him out? Except for LeBron had 16 in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter, they were trailing by 10 to finish the game with 32, 10, and 11. What about Game 7 of that series, win or go home? 37-12-4. Let's go to the next year when they lost to the Golden State Warriors in Game 6 of those, or the Spurs in Games 5 of those NBA Finals. 31-10-5. The next year, his win or go home game against the Warriors. 32-18-9. How about the 3 straight win or go home games to finish out 2016? 41-16-7. 41-8-11. 27-11-11 to win the championship. Last year, the 2 win-or-go-home games against Golden State, 31-10-11, 41-13-8, and then last night, 45-9-7. What that adds up to is 13 games, a 10-3 record. The one game he didn't score at least 30, he had a triple-double in a Game 7 of the finals to average 36, 12, and 7 in that stretch. Not a bad game amongst them. We know if the season's on the line, LeBron's giving you an A-plus performance. Can't speak for everybody else, but usually that's enough. We don't know anything in sports like we know that. It's unbelievable. It's 7 years, Jenna, since he's had a bad game in a win-or-go-home situation. 7 years.
Listen, I fully respect that. I had no doubt, because we've been talking about this all week, that he was going to come up big in some capacity. Because in the last couple weeks, he's the only one that's come up big in all different capacities. But now, I've said this all show, and I'm going to say it again. I've never seen LeBron physically look exhausted. He is tired. It is an enormous amount of weight to carry. You know what that weight is? It's the entire team. He's carried all of them. So yesterday we got excited because what? Because Kevin Love, scored 3 baskets. We're like, oh my God, Kevin Love, he got the ball in the net. We were so excited. I love the numbers. I love what he's done. And if the season ended today and this was it, right off into the sunset. But there's so much more work to be done. And even though he keeps doing it, I keep asking how much more can he do?
This is the only time we ever celebrate LeBron after the first win. And because his teammates or lack of teammates or lack of support. Man, if it was golf, he was Tiger Woods, he'd be straight. But that's not the case. We better keep talking about LeBron because the rest of the story, it's not good. And his teammates and their lack of being able to depend on them, that's what forced this out. When you have to start